So, in a recent breakthrough, the Ukrainian army has captured two North Korean soldiers alive. Here, highlight the word alive. I will tell you why. Zelensky has shared the photos of these captured soldiers. These boys were captured in the Battle of Kursk, and now the Ukrainian security service is questioning them. In one of the photos, there is an eye card of the soldier, and according to it, he belonged to the Mongolia part of Russia. Yeah, so how can we be certain that these are actually North Korean soldiers? For that, the South Korean army is also helping the Ukrainians to translate whatever these soldiers are telling. Because these soldiers neither know Russian, nor Chinese, nor Mongolian. And there are high chances of Russia of making fake ID cards for these soldiers and deploying them in the battlefield. So far, only fewer details have been known to the media. Like one of the captive soldiers was born in the year 2005, joined the North Korean army in 2021 and was serving as a rifleman. And the other one was born in 1999 and is a sniper since 2016. Capturing them alive has been a breakthrough because Ukrainians are reporting that Russians are killing these soldiers if they get wounded on the battlefield instead of taking them to the hospitals. Well, we can't be certain how much of it is true, but this much has been reported. Now you might ask, what are these soldiers doing in Russia and how long they have been fighting in this war? Around August of 2024, the Ukrainian army surprised the world. Literally surprised its allies and also its enemy. What they did is they went inside the Russian territory of Kursk and captured some 800 square kilometers of area. And this was the first time since World War II that Russia's own territory was occupied by a foreign military. This was a first major victory for Ukraine because in last 3 years, Ukraine was only losing territory and their morale was going down the hill. This victory was also a humiliating blow for Putin because imagine a mighty force like Russia has to lose its own territory despite of having so much manpower and so many modern warfare equipments. So regaining control of Kursk became Putin's main agenda. And after 3 months of the siege of Kursk, the North Korea sent 10,000 of their men in Russia around October of 2024. And just after a mere training of few weeks, these soldiers were getting deployed on the front lines. In the earlier drone footage provided by the Ukrainians, you can see how these troops are looking confused and frightened when they see a drone and they are trying to hit the drone by their own physical body. So in the beginning, they were going through high casualties. Now the number of North Korean soldiers dying on the battlefield is very skewed and impossible to know. So I'll give you 3 numbers. According to Zelensky, 4,000 North Korean soldiers have died. According to the Americans, 1,100. And according to South Korea's National Security Advisor, around 1,000 men have died or wounded. So the sum of wounded and dead soldiers is equal to 1,000 according to the South Koreans. Obviously, the number given by Zelensky looks highly inflated because your own allies are giving lower numbers. North Korea has almost 1.2 million troops in their army. But the problem with them has been that they are not battle tested. Last time, in 1953, they fought a major war, which was the Korean War. After that, this is the first time when they have left home and are engaging in a foreign warfare. After facing higher casualties in the early days, things are changing now. For example, early when they arrived, they had no experience with drone warfares. They were marching on the battlefield in very concentrated form. That means too many soldiers going together. So the Ukrainians were easily able to pinpoint them and rain havoc after havoc on them. But now, there has been change in their tactics. In the new tactics, if it is an open field, that means if they are under open sky and there is no cover, then they are moving in formation of 5 to 15 soldiers, which are widely spread across the field. And if they are moving in forest covers, they are in a formation of 3 soldiers, with 3 to 5 meters away from each other. The tactics which I'm talking about was also found in a personal diary of a North Korean soldier, where he made handwritten drawings on how to tackle these drones. For example, look at this one. Here, he has diagrammed that if a drone is attacking, then one soldier should act as a bait. He should try to lure the drone by becoming a target, and the other 2 of his comrades should try to neutralize the drone. And as a result of this Russian-Korean collaboration, the Russians have been able to regain 40% of its lost territory in Kursk. This is the first time in this war when foreign units have been deployed. Earlier, Ukraine also had foreign fighters, but these fighters were joining independently, not like this, where a country mobilizes its unit. And in recent reports, Kim Jong-un is ready to send more troops in Russia because you see, he's gaining so much by spending so less. First, his army is getting prepared for modern warfare, gaining first-hand experience in the battlefield where all kind of Western weapons are being used by Ukraine. So his outdated army is learning new combat dynamics against his main opponent, which is the United States, because we have seen so much of American weapons deployed in Ukraine. Earlier, when high casualties and drone footage of North Korean soldiers were circulating, experts were assuming that it was Putin who wanted the Korean soldier to use them as a human wave attack in Kursk. But after this more deployment news, we can certainly say it was Kim's plan and Putin happily accepted it. In return, Kim is also getting high-tech Russian anti-aircraft missiles and air defense system as reported by the South Korean NSA. You see, North Korea is good at making artillery shells, guns, short-range ballistic missiles, and rocket launchers. Between 2023 and 2024, the North Koreans has sent 20,000 shipping containers of weapons to Russia. But when it comes to air defense system, the North Korean tech is obsolete. And with increasing procurement of F-35 fighter jets by South Koreans, Kim was desperate to get Russian world-class air defense system, which he's getting in return of sending troops, and we all know how much values his troops. So indeed, this was an easy deal for him. And by doing this, he has also deepened his ties with Russia and Russian people on the sentimental level. Although Putin is also providing food grains and paying $2,000 each month for every soldier, providing troops in time of desperate need is also very important. We have all heard the quote, "A friend in need is a friend indeed." So this was most of it. Also, I would like to share this image from the North Korean soldier's diary. In this page, he has written, "Longing for my homeland, having left the warm embrace of my dear father and mother here on Russian land." Probably these are aspects of war which we miss when we take any side other than of peace. With this is Raj signing off. Like and subscribe for more.